Hello everyone, Sunton2 and welcome to another Datapack overview, this time on a Nether life, a Datapack that has the ability for you to start in the Nether rather than the Overworld. So if you actually are in the Overworld, you'll teleport back to the Nether, which I'll do right about now, just so you can get an idea. So I just take some damage. Oh no, I've disappeared and I'm now in the Nether, spawning wherever, since I don't actually have a spawn point of sorts. Saved like a bed or something currently. So there's new spawn points, and I'm assuming you can set new ones similar to how you would with a bed in the Nether by crafting and lighting a campfire. There's different respawn points, various stone items to make stone tools and furnaces eventually, foliage blocks, Nillium has to be mined with silk touch, similar to mycelium. You can craft shroom lights, piglins will drop raw pork, soul sand gives you glass, and furnaces can be used to get iron from quartz. I'm assuming this might be nuggets, possibly. Yeah, iron nuggets, and if you have a blast furnace it'll give you ingots, so yeah. I'll see if I can find some recipes this way. So basalt or cobblestone can be used to make a furnace, so that's fine. So we'll go through a few of the recipes, if I can, besides the obvious of the changelog, which is probably good to read every so often. Let's see. So the shroom light you can craft like so, with a brown mushroom, crimson fungi, red mushroom, and so on. So if I can find that here. Make it like so with either of them and glowstone. An iron nugget can be made with quartz. Iron ingots with quartz in a blast furnace. Glass from soul sand. I never know with data packs, so I don't try to use REI too much, since I always think it's going to be modded recipes at work, not data packs. So you can smelt soul sand to get glass. Blast furnace allows you to get smooth stone, I'm assuming, from nether bricks. Let's see, netherrack, nether brick, not nether brick items. Okay, so we'll go to smooth stone then. Smooth stone, regular, cobble. Okay, not too sure on that. Smooth stone, nether bricks, furnace. Oh, the blast furnace recipe. Whoops. That's what I was getting wrong. So nether bricks or smooth stone. So if you want to use nether bricks, you can use those, as they're going to be more accessible. Blaze rod of it. Sorry. Brewing stand allows you to use blaze rod as well as basalt or cobblestone, since it's more accessible. Furnace obviously can be made with stone bricks, as well as basalt, which we've covered. Grindstone allows you to be make it with nether brick slabs, stone slabs, and possibly planks still. So just slab change out. A lever can be made with basalt besides cobblestone. Good. Is that there? Again, obviously basalt's more accessible. Mushroom stew, sorry. Keep thinking 116, so you can use the nether fungi compared to the regular if you want. Got the stone axe, which is obviously stone blocks, and a stick. So we just go to stone tools. You can see you can use, okay, probably tiered crafting is changing that a bit. So it may be difficult, but you can use stone blocks in comparison where cobble typically would be. So that'll apply to the rest of these, I'm assuming. Yeah. And the stone cutter, obviously, you can make with stone and basalt. So, yeah, there's a few recipe changes there. I don't think there is any structures. I'm assuming it's just the fact that they've built a structure there for the most part. Shears are required for the following. We'll see with piglins what we can get for food. The pork addition that they have. So, one raw pork, maybe more, who knows. Obviously, looting will give you something, but otherwise, we'll just see what we can get right now. So 3, so about the same as a pig in terms of drop rates. Otherwise though, I guess that's about it. There is obviously, whoops, wrong one there. You can find a bunch of the recipes and other aspects inside the configs, as well as there's, I'm assuming, advancements as well, unless that's supposed to be the case. Obviously you'd get them more naturally. You can find the following recipes there, as it doesn't show on the mod page, but so I had to look through the data pack to find them. There's no loot tables there. Structures, there is nether fossils though. I'm assuming that's consideration for the ones in the snapshot, I'm not too sure. Piglin barting, a bunch of other loot specific stuff. So how these will drop, or possibly recipes. Yep, so they'll drop by shears, dropping by silk touch, and so on. And the quartz ore will, if you use silk touch, will give you the ore, I'm assuming, and the consideration for all those that will, or an explosion upon using it? Possibly. Okay, so we might actually try that on quartz and see what happens. In survival, so there may probably be explosions from quartz. And you don't take damage from it. Obviously the gusts are being annoying. Unless it's just the explosion effect with the particles. It might not be an actual explosion that you get from breaking the ore. Otherwise though, I think that's probably about it. It pretty much replicates what's available here. I don't think there's structures, it's just they've built one. But yeah, if you take damage, you'll obviously appear in the Nether when you start this up, instead of being in the, if you are in the Overworld. And I'm assuming if you do sleep in the Overworld, you may or may not have to deal with the Nether afterwards, but we'll actually see with some obsidian and going back to the world. I think I may have had a bed. Can't remember. We'll actually try with a campfire though, and setting that up. So we'll get some obsidian and we'll get a bed, and then we'll take damage. And we'll see if you do need an actual campfire to survive. And that's a bit of a longer portal than I wanted to make, but so we'll go in here, we'll end up in a random location, even though I've got probably like 3 different portals now, just for escaping to the Overworld. Set time to night, even though I'm pretty sure I do have a bed set up already elsewhere. But we'll see, and then we will take damage. We'll get a campfire just in case, maybe. And we'll see what happens. So we'll still teleport to the Nether. I'm assuming you get the resistance and otherwise every single time you spawn, because obviously if you end up in lava, then the fire resistance will be useful, or if you spawn elsewhere like on magma blocks, or get into an encounter with any mobs, then you obviously can deal with that. If we try to though set up a campfire, I'm assuming you have to light it for it to actually work. And that should have reset our spawn point, I'm assuming. And if we take damage, we'll see that we possibly still spawned in the same location? Yep, so within the same... So, okay, so probably around about sort of the respawning region, but it's still in the same location. It's not elsewhere going, okay, I'm on in a completely different direction. in Nether. So we'll try that again, and we'll just see how far away that is. Still pretty much the same location. By the campfire, and we'll just break this, and we'll see if I can not have lag here right now. Don't need. Okay, not sure why that happened. And we'll disappear to the Overworld and then the Nether again in a completely different location, I'm assuming, for the most part. And we'll try again, unless this is the predetermined region of sorts, which it may be for now at least. Other times I was probably in blocks at a point. So yeah, thanks so much for watching though, and goodbye.